with a cargo warhead. And Israel has accused Iran of using cluster munitions during this war. Israel has used cluster munitions in previous wars in Lebanon. And what we understand, as per the experts, other countries have used cluster munitions, including Russia and Syria. Proponents of banning cluster bombs say that they kill indiscriminately and endanger civilians long after their use. So this is the breaking news we have right now. In fact, reports suggesting how Iran is showering these cluster munitions. As you can see, they look like fireworks of sorts, but it's actually very, very dangerous. This is a cluster munition of a missile, and they are unleashing these sub-munitions from that missile, and this is an entire shower of munitions. That, of course, is very, very dangerous. As we see what happened in Tel Aviv, similar scenes in West Bank. So that's the update we're getting in right now. Okay, so there is more update that we're trying to get you from Iran. We also have a guest joining us live on the broadcast. We have defense expert Major General Sudhakarji joining us. General Sudhakarji, thank you so much once again joining us on Republic TV. So we see this mosaic defense doctrine of Iran at play over here, sir. You know, how does this really make the military more and more resilient if the key command centers are targeted? Also, I want to understand from you this cluster munition that is visible right now upon West Bank and other parts of Israel. How dangerous is this?
Yeah, Rakshita, firstly, thank you for getting me for your show. It is very important to understand the transformation which Iran has gone through in past 8 to 9 months, but particularly from the month of January to 2026. I'm saying 8 to 9 months because the 12-day conflict which took place in June last year, if you count it from thereafter, the late Supreme Leader, he had a series of consultation with his advisory team, and they had gone in to identify, they knew that this assault was coming, and they had started preparing for it. And we need to understand, our viewers should do well to understand that Iran, as such, even today, is a theocratic society. Theocracy means that the religion is deeply entrenched. The Islamic radicalism is down to the root. While it is centralized vertical, the Supreme Leader has got the full control over judiciary, over defense, over the economy. It has got full control over all the industry, everything, virtually, political leadership. But in what has happened in past 8 months is there is a new format which has been introduced. That format is known as mosaic defense. It was talked about amongst very close coterie, but it came into being in the month of January because they started suspecting that this attack was imminent. Why they started suspecting? 13th of January 2026, there was a very important meeting in the White House where the Tulsi Gabbard and Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio and host of other very senior officials were present. They gave a full presentation to Donald Trump, trying to convince him that Iran did not pose any kind of threat against USA. Therefore, plans to attack Iran should be dropped and they should focus on the ongoing conflict and the domestic issues. Somehow, while he agreed to this, but within a couple of days, the Jewish lobby being what it is the strongest lobby in USA. They had a greater sway and say. And maybe it is because of that he got swayed and he got drifted and the things changed so rapidly. There was a impromptu target which was available from the CIA, and both the parties, two different operations were independently launched with different names. Israel and USA. One was Epic Fury, the other one, most of us know that, and they carried out the attack that knocked off the Supreme Leader and 49 senior leaders. So before that, what had happened was this mosaic defense had been introduced. What it meant was, earlier, the defense of entire Iran is to be centrally controlled by the IRGC, that is the Iranian Islamic Revolution Guard. When I say IRGC, they are the supporting paramilitary force You will find in Wikipedia, Google and all saying they have a strength of 1.25 lakh to 1 lakh 90,000. Actually, the strength goes beyond 2 lakh 50,000, and they are always in a habit of playing down the figures.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. And IRGC has got a huge force. Rakshita, you must keep in mind that force is known as Baji's force. Baji's force, on paper, you'll find 9 lakh. But actually on ground, there are more than 20 million. They are trained in tactics, they're trained in weapons, weapon handling, they know small team concept, they know insurgency and terrorist activities, host of other things. They are expert in cyber security, expert in electromagnetic spectrum. That is the kind of capability they have. In addition, they have the Iran army, which is around 6 lakhs or more. They have got a reservist force of 2 lakh 60,000. They have got navy, though small in size, and the Air Force. So they got decentralized. The 31 provinces of Iran, they have got grouped into 5 different zones or theaters. You call them by any name. Each of the zone or theater has got a theater commander or a supreme commander of that particular zone. He's at liberty to take a final call and fight till the end. That is the kind of delegation of authority which has taken place. And besides that, if you have time, do come back to me. I'll explain about the cluster bomb as also the surge capacity. People haven't understood the meaning of surge capacity, why Iran today is endowed and is gifted with a huge surge superiority. It can actually produce n number of kamikaze drones, which even Israel and America cannot think of. Back to you, please.
Right, sir. Major General Sudhakarji, just requesting you to stay on with us. We have some more breaking news coming in. The Israeli Defense Forces are releasing a footage of the strike on Ali Khamenei's underground military bunker. It's a fresh visual that we understand is being released from the Israeli Defense Forces. Now, the IDF had dismantled Khamenei's underground military bunker beneath the Iranian leadership compound, and you just see the video we're going to play out. So this was a strike on the underground bunker where a meeting was going on. Now the former supreme leader Ali Khamenei was taken out, struck there. The underground bunker was destroyed. Here's a view. Here's a footage that has been released by the Israeli Defense Forces. In fact, IAF, that is Israeli Air Force fighter jets, had dropped around 100 bombs on the site. IDF says was located under Iran's leadership complex in Tehran, spreading across multiple streets and including many entry points. And there were many senior members of the Iranian regime that were meeting out there in that underground bunker. And now we see that strike. Major General Sudhakarji, we are getting in this, the Israel Defense Forces continue to, share these visuals now. What do you have to say if you can see that video, Ali Khamenei's underground bunker, the way it was destroyed, and, how the fighter jets had dropped around 100 bombs